Hey guys, how you
I'm
going?
Matt. This is my brother Scott.
So,
We're Huge Pop Wrestling. Just two guys, two bros that like wrestling and doing that whole deal.
casual fans, I suppose that you call us.
Our opinions are just that. They're opinions. They don't matter to anybody but ourselves, really.
Right. I suppose we should give our opinions on night 2 of WrestleMania. A couple days out, but
the event in general, the 2 nights, had a lot of highs. Of course, everyone by now knows that Cody Rhodes is back in the WWE, but
correct.
I think night 1 was Cody and Stone Cold show.
I agree.
And Kevin Owens, by all means, great job doing everything that he did. Not necessarily to carry Stone Cold, but to definitely help Stone Cold along with that after being gone for so long.
Right. I mean, Kevin Owens, he put over Stone Cold big time. I mean, he's a performer. He's a hell of a performer. Kevin Owens is, and thankfully we had somebody like Kevin Owens in that match because he looked a whole lot better than Vince McMahon trying to sell a stunner. That was horrible. That was god awful.
That whole segment was amazing, though. Like, other than that botch by McMahon, a 70-year-old geriatric man that could not have been in the ring to begin with.
Right.
No, he's 78, I think.
78.
Damn near 80 out there taking a stunner. I mean,
I don't know. Him, he didn't take that stunner, man. He fell.
He laid down.
He's like, nope, I ain't gonna get that done to me. And then it was awesome because Stone Cold was like struggling to pick his ass up, and I'm like,
there you go. You just went live on my on Collector Corner and oh yeah, let's are we live? Are we live on YouTube and
Facebook
and Twitch?
Yes,
we're live on all 3. Cool. Keep my custom down.
No, that's all right.
Now, night 2. It was okay, I guess.
Yeah. Night 2 was not, in my opinion, it wasn't any better than night 1. Matter of fact, I think night 1 was better, in my opinion. Night 1 was a lot better than night 2.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a Roman Reigns match and versus Brock Lesnar match with all the hype. It was a typical Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar match, just that.
Now, I have to let you in on a little secret. All you viewers out there, go ahead and throw hate at me. I woke up on Monday morning. Since I couldn't watch it live because I had to work, but I guess social media is ruining wrestling, in my opinion, because I woke up and I flipped on Facebook, and that was the first thing I saw is Roman 2 belts, and like, so right there is kind of one of those things I had to, of course, just scroll through and see who else won, but the match of night 2, and I'm going to catch a lot of heat for this. It was Pat McAfee, Austin Theory. Pat McAfee, I've said it before. He's a natural born athlete. That jump he made up to the top rope and did that and did the backflip off of it. I'm sorry. That was impressive.
I agree. The guy's an athlete. I 100% agree. But I've talked to you about this before, Matt, and I mentioned a couple days ago, WrestleMania when I was growing up.
One
night event. And if I had to cut something somewhere, I can't I would have to start with the matches that don't mean shit. I believe the Pat McAfee and the Austin Theory match was a who cares? I didn't care. I mean, I love Pat McAfee. I love when he gets down. I'm going to miss it because Boogs won't be there playing the guitar and McAfee won't be on the desk, jamming out.
Yeah.
But that match was what everybody expected. Everybody expected that he would beat Austin Theory, and he did. And you knew that Vince was going to come out, which he was out there the whole thing. And it was just, in my opinion, if you're going to get it back to a one-night event, which I think you should, then you need to get rid of matches like that one, like
the New Day versus Sheamus, and
that was pointless. It was a 5-minute match. Then you have the one with
Johnny Knox. Now, honestly, Johnny Knox, don't tell me that wasn't an entertaining match.
That was fun.
That was fun.
That was fun. I just talked to my son today. That was funny. That was fun, entertaining.
Wee Man slammed Sami Zayn.
But
I mean, come on. It wasn't just a. It wasn't like a. It was like he held him there for a second and
right.
Boom.
That was a fun match. But those matches, if you want to cut time somewhere, to me those are filler matches. And I don't want WWE to screw themselves by a bunch of filler stuff. Okay, again, Triple H coming out there. That was badass. That was cool. But that was a filler, in my opinion.
I mean, does he now? Here's something that Andrew and I were talking about. I feel, yeah, he retired. He officially called it quits on social media and everything. But why not wait until next year?
Yep.
Now, this is why. This is Undertaker's year.
Yep.
No matter what you do, as far as a Hall of Famer or retirement person,
yep,
it's still not going to be to the level as Taker.
Right. Absolutely not.
So
you can't even compare that. You know what I'm saying?
I think Triple H could have waited another year and done it next year. That's my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Maybe not the Pat. Okay, so I'll give you Pat McAfee and Austin Theory. Maybe not that match. That match you can keep in there. But there is no business extending that with a Vince McMahon versus Pat McAfee match.
Well, no, but it fit because of Stone Cold coming out.
I see where it fit, Matt. But I'm just saying, it was a waste of time. In my opinion. That's just my opinion.
I mean, I get that.
Now,
and I think that was the last. I'm hoping that was the last time you see Vince in a ring.
Right.
As far as like trying to grapple and all that kind of stuff.
I guess my only takeout is what we're talking about is from what WrestleMania is. How could you have done it in less time? And I think about it, and it's like, okay, we do not necessarily need a whole hour of recaps from the night before, and that's what it felt like.
Well,
we don't need to see Chad or Gable, whatever his name is, twice.
Now that was a cool segment when he suplexed Chad Gable.
Right. That, yes, bring him out night 2. You have to bring him out night 1 and night 2. I think they did some things that, and don't get me wrong, that was a great WrestleMania. I'm not saying that wasn't a great WrestleMania. I loved WrestleMania. I loved the matches. I thought the worst thing about WrestleMania is when 78-year-old Vince McMahon tried to sell a stunner and he looked like a jackass.
Well, the booking in general, I will go back. I said this when we talked the other day. The booking in general, as far as like who won these matches, they were good until you don't take the belt off Becky Lynch. She's the hottest heel you have as far as a woman, and and you give it to Ronda. The two women's matches, they blew those bookings, in my opinion.
Yep.
I think.
I agree.
And why the hell do you not have either the United States Championship or the Intercontinental Championship on the line somewhere at WrestleMania?
I agree.
One of the greatest WrestleMania moments of all time was Macho Man versus Ricky Steamboat, WrestleMania 3.
Mm-hmm.
Pontiac Silverdome. One of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history.
Yep. Intercontinental
Championship belt on the line. That's when the belt meant something.
Yep.
It don't mean shit now. I might as well go back there and get one of Andrew's fake toy belts and head to WrestleMania with it and say, I want to defend this.
Right. They made a joke out of a lot of the belts. And
thank God we didn't see a 24/7.
Yeah. That would have, yeah. But 2 belts. Now we have 1 belt.
Well,
I have no idea if you have 1 belt. I don't know. I have a feeling.
We'll find out Friday night.
I have a feeling both of them are hurt. I hope they're not hurt.
See Roman wrestle for a while. He got beat up pretty bad.
I don't know. I hope he is not forced to relinquish.
No,
But who would you give it to?
Well, like I said on our prediction show, Roman is Vince's golden goose. He's not gonna.
But what if he's gone from TV for 6 months? You can't keep a belt vacated for 6 months.
I mean, you can keep it vacated for 2 to 3 months because when Brock had it last time.
Yeah.
He went 3 pay-per-views without defending the damn thing.
Now, is Roman having surgery on that shoulder, or is it
no clue.
I don't know. Just the right person won that. Brock got it.
Yeah.
The news says Brock got on his plane and headed back home where he belongs.
Yeah, Brock, you won't see Brock for a while.
No, I think he's going to be doing some other stuff. The only thing, I guess, the belt-wise, the only thing that really matters to WWE, I guess, is the unification and NXT. The belt on NXT, So.
Ooh, yeah, I'm so glad they took it off Dolph Ziggler.
Absolutely, 100%.
Braun is going to be something.
Yep. So it was a good WrestleMania. I'm not going to say it wasn't a good WrestleMania. It had its moments. And great crowds, awesome Undertaker, presence, thing. He's going to come back. I don't think he's done. He made a comment as he's
never say never.
Never say never. If he has one more, if he has a match and then it's one more, that's it. And I'm not sure.
I would love, and it's not going to ever happen, unfortunately, and I don't want to see it happen now. I would love to, I want to see it happen when they were in their prime.
Yeah.
Undertaker versus Sting.
That'd be cool. Don't do that now, please.
No, don't. Vince, or if there's anyone that was watching this and has any stroke, don't make it happen.
No. I just was thinking, who he would fit in good with and not have to really wrestle would be Edge and Damian Priest. He'd fit right into that thing.
There's talks that they might bring in Finn Balor for that.
That'd be cool.
There's 2 people for that faction that I was reading that are heavy favorites, and that's Tommaso Ciampa and Rhea Ripley.
If Tommaso Ciampa comes in, I wouldn't have Rhea Ripley would fit really good. But Tommaso Ciampa comes, I wouldn't be surprised if Triple H played manager role. You're going to see Triple H in a different way, I think. You're going to still see him on TV. I don't think he's...
We had talked about this on the phone the other day, how you didn't feel that Cody is is a championship kind of guy, as far as like his physique and his like he's not believable to beat a guy like Roman or beat a guy like Brock.
I said that.
But yeah. I did a little bit of like recon, kind of like who was won what and everything, and I think there's a loop. I mean, I can't remember what pay-per-view it was. It might have been like a Backlash or something along those lines. Eddie Guerrero beat Brock Lesnar for the Undisputed Championship.
I'm just saying, when I said that, I was saying they're realistically, body size wise, that's where this other championship would be believable.
But then, I mean, then you're not given like the Shawn Michaels of like, you know, it's Vince, but Vince does. He has a tremendous heart on for the big fellas. Like he loves himself some giants. He loves himself guys who could bench press houses.
Right.
But that's not, you know, give them their own division then. You know what I mean?
Right. And I'm glad that Lashley beat Omos. I mean, unfortunately, Omos is probably going to be obsolete now. But
so you didn't watch Monday night?
I did watch. Well, yeah, I did watch Monday night where MVP turned.
MVP's got a hold of Omos now.
Yeah. So, which, whatever.
You might get a push.
Whatever. I can't stand. That's one guy. If there's a guy
MVP?
Oh God.
Ballin'.
Pack up your shit.
Go he stopped being cool when he said ballin'.
Yeah, he stopped being cool when he wore a gold chain. I hate him. It's like one of those.
Ballin'.
Yeah, whatever. Ball this.
No, Dolph losing to Braun, that was the right choice because Braun needs to be the face of NXT now that Tommaso's gone.
Yep. I mean, it opened up. Monday Night Raw opened up with Cody Rhodes, which is pretty cool. He played homage to.
I was reading that was not scripted.
Not scripted at all. Yep. He played homage to his dad, which is cool. He wants to win the belt, which is pretty cool because I myself work with group home kids, and they asked me what belt that is. Of course, I have the NWO belt right there, and isn't that the original design of the heavyweight belt? No. There's
if you go on, actually,
it's the wing tee, right?
WWF.
Okay.
If you're playing your 2K22, it's actually on there.
Okay.
It's a green strap with multiple side plates.
Okay.
But that's the one that Hogan won that from Sheik.
Yeah. But so the one that he started painting, that's the WCW? I thought that was the
WW. The WWF one.
Okay.
Was Vince Senior's deal. Like that was the Northern Territory.
Gotcha.
And Dusty fought Hogan for that.
Right.
Won via disqualification, I believe.
Okay.
I think that's what Cody said. Or via count out or something. And because the championship rules, Hulk Hogan won and Dusty lost.
Gotcha. So I hope
something along those lines. I
hope they do something different with the black and blue belts. I'm not a fan of just the big W, the black belt, blue belt. I'd pick the blue belt over the black belt, but I'd like to see what the new one looks like. That'd be cool. That's gonna be cool.
I honestly, and Drew and I both, we both were talking about it, and we think that it should go back to the big gold.
Yeah, I think so too. That'd be epic. That'd be good.
That's just a badass looking belt.
Would they do that because with Cody Rhodes there, you think they'd go back to that so that he can win it and take it back, like say, hey Dad, look what I got?
Well, here's another story that you probably, I don't know if you saw or not. Prior to Cody leaving AEW, he met with Dan Lambert.
Okay.
And Dan Lambert actually has the original belt that his dad was chasing after, and he gave it to him.
Okay.
So now Cody's on the road, and he's toting around that belt that his dad couldn't. I mean, would it be? I think it would be a cool angle to have Cody win it after being on the road for however how long, and beats Roman or beats whomever has it, and then replaces that belt with the belt that.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I thought it was pretty cool that Seth Rollins came out afterwards, and as sneaky and as underhanding that he is, that's his character. There is a plan for that, I'm sure. But to extend his stay,
they're going to team up.
You think so?
They shook hands at the end there, and they both kind of smiled like.
I wouldn't trust that ass to save it. But that would be cool. That'd be cool. Seth Rollins needs something like that. But now, okay, so we got two guys that got a tag team. They could easily win the tag team titles.
Oh, easily. That tag division right now on Raw sucks. And
then you'd see another. So then they'd lose the titles and they would turn on each other and it would start a heavyweight, whatever. So, well, it was cool that he ended, that they shook hands, and so that was cool. Seth,
Hold up, dude. I'm there.
So the show was closed by Roman Reigns and Usos and Paul Heyman, and you could, in that segment, if you watch, you could tell that Roman is really hurt. I mean, yeah, he lifted up the belts, but if you watched, he arched his back to take some pressure off and lifted him up. Typical Roman Reigns promo. I think he's gotten better on the mic. He's a whole lot better than what he used to. So, but overall, it wasn't that bad of a show. And again, we're going to talk about the same thing. I mean, it's a 3-hour show that you probably could do in 2 hours.
I've said that for years. I've always said that that Vince made a mistake going to a 3-hour show, because like you said about some of those matches, they're fillers. They have no reason to be there.
And
because they don't service the storyline. Just like Elias's little brother coming out and interrupting Kevin Owens.
That was the biggest joke in the whole night. I mean, why put that on television? That was unnecessary.
Especially the night after WrestleMania.
Yep.
Are you dumb? It's your biggest Monday Night Raw of the year, and you're throwing that hot garbage out there?
Yep.
And Kevin Owens even looked at him like, dude, seriously, you're not fooling anybody.
Right.
You're Elias.
Yep. We had Sasha Banks and Naomi defeat Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. I'd love to see Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley get a push.
One of them needs to win a championship.
And now Rhea Ripley left Liv Morgan in the ring. She wasn't happy that night about something.
Well, maybe they're pushing her into that Edge deal.
Yeah, maybe that is what it is. But that was pretty cool because you're like, Liv Morgan's on her knees going, what? And so, but they lost. Rhea Ripley walked out on her. That was pretty cool. Miz and Dominic. How many more times do you want to see Miz and Dominic? Not me.
Well, you're not going to see it next time, because at the next pay-per-view, you know damn well it's going to be Logan Paul or Jake Paul or Peter Paul
and Mary.
Now, I will say this: for being a YouTuber, kid has some talent.
He is. Oh yeah, he lit the show
He's
up.
A hell of an athlete.
He did that Eddie Guerrero frog splash, badass. He nailed it. He nailed those suplexes. Yeah, he nailed it.
He did 3 amigos on the Dom that he did that?
Yeah. Then he's a badass. He walks out with a Pokemon 10 out of 10 graded Pokemon card, and blah blah. Which, by the way, he won in an auction for over $6 million, about $6 million.
Yeah.
The night before.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, stupid. And it's in case.
His gear was pretty sick, though.
It was.
His gear was pretty sick.
Yeah, so and unfortunately, he's great. I mean, in my eyes, he's better. You're probably going to disagree, but he's better than Dominic. That night he was. Dominic is so green under the ears, it's not even funny, and it shows, and it's horrible.
There is one guy. If we're talking about Paul, it was Logan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan. Talking about Logan Paul, I think a guy that I feel would be a perfect fit to do a spot like that, or do a long-term deal with WWE. I would love to see Conor McGregor.
That would be all right.
Because the guy knows how to talk.
Yep.
The guy's a freak athlete. He's a trained fighter. He actually tweeted out after WrestleMania because people were asking why he hasn't been asked to come over there, and in typical Conor McGregor fashion, he pretty much says, "They don't want me over there. I'll kill everybody."
Yeah. I'm not a fan of how they debuted Veer Mahan. You'd have him come in and attack Dominic and Ray. Come on. If you're pushing him for however long they were pushing him to coming to WWE, and no disrespect to Rey Mysterio, why are you going to have them in a storyline with him? That's,
in my opinion, what they needed to do was wait until the very last second and make it feel like they weren't gonna introduce them and then attack Roman.
Right. Yeah, set something up like that. That's
make it a boom.
That's more logical.
Yeah.
Well, look at the size of that boy. Look at the size of him.
Veer is freaking massive.
That made more sense than having him super kick Dominic in the face and suplex him and all that crap. To me, that segment was not planned out well. But again, I'm only a casual fan watching from my TV, and it's like that didn't make sense.
Well, one of the producers of Night 2 actually quit the day after. Like one of the I can't remember who it was, but they produced their match and they didn't like how it ended up and just said, you know what, screw it, I'm done.
Braun Breaker, Bianca Belair celebrated her win. That's a massive, nasty looking black eye, bro. Just to throw that. Bianca Belair's eye. Did you see that?
I don't think so. I don't.
Yeah, go back and watch Raw last night or from Monday, and you should see the black eye, the shiner that Bianca has. She talked about that. She talked about the match. She's talked about being champion. Celebrated. Braun Breaker finally beat Dolph Ziggler. Now that only means that either Braun's coming to the main stage or Ziggler's coming back to the main stage.
Well, they're going to bring Rude and Ziggler back as the Dirty Dogs and have them compete for the tag championships because they don't have any.
That would be smart. That'd be a smart idea, MVP turned on Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, we saw that.
You knew that was going to happen sooner or later. But I thought it'd been the other way around. I thought it'd be Lashley turning on MVP, but that didn't happen. Then we had the Austin Theory and the Usos, RK Bro and Finn Balor. RK Bro, did you notice the snakes at the WrestleMania? The 3D images. Riddle's snake was incredible. It looks pretty sick. The imagery that they had. So. But again, Austin Theory and Usos beat RK Bro and Finn Balor via pinfall. That was whatever. Edge and Damian Priest explained their new alliance. That was awesome. 3 minutes. We only got 3 minutes?
Yeah.
All right, so let's wrap it up. Street Profits defeated Alpha Academy. Thank God. I cannot stand the Alpha Academy.
Shoes!
Yeah. But I'm excited about Edge and Damian Priest's faction. I'd like to see who that's going to come in, and that's gonna be a good one. But that's Week in Wrestling from Monday Night Raw and WrestleMania Day 2. We will be back tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, well, and I have a since I won't be so pressed tomorrow, I don't think, just as long as I'm done by 2. But there's something that since we're only going to be talking about AEW from tonight, I don't know any of the card for that. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. But anyway, with the Young Bucks after Cody debuted, they changed their status on Twitter. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
They put up there. I thought we were doing this as a group. WTF.
Huh.
Like, why'd you jump ship? I thought we were going all in. Or I thought we were going all in together. WTF. I don't know if they're trying to. The Bucks aren't going anywhere. Their home's in AEW.
Do you think Cody's going to stay where he's at?
Yes.
You don't think it's going to be a work in progress and he comes back and joins them like Hogan did at Bash at the Beach, coming down the aisle, pointing at Macho Man Randy Savage, pointing at Kevin Nash, and screwing everybody over, screwing Hangman Page over, and starting the NWO of AEW. I could write this shit.
Well, here's the thing. If it is, Vince just paid a lot of money
to get fired, to get screwed, right?
For one match, for a one-off. He paid a ton of money.
To get screwed. That's not the first time you've done that. I mean, come on.
You love your GCW, right? You love that stuff?
Yes.
You know who was backstage both nights for WrestleMania?
Who?
I don't know if you saw it. Took multiple pictures with Vince. Took multiple pictures with Stephanie and Triple H.
Who?
The owner and founder of GCW.
Nice.
I mean, and you know who the GCW heavyweight champion is?
MJK, right? Who is it? Moxley?
Jon Moxley.
Was he backstage too? I would not be surprised if that thug showed up somewhere. He's a badass. I like him. So, Matt, Huge Pop Wrestling?
And tomorrow I have a new segment that I want to try out. I'm stealing it from another one. I think that there's Straight Shooter podcast.
Okay.
Go check them out if you got a chance. They're more high tech and advanced than we are. They've been doing it for a few years. They do a thing called Guess the Wrestler.
Okay.
And you got 60 seconds to ask as many questions and guess who the other person's thinking of.
Okay.
I don't know. It might be something fun to do.
All right. Sounds good. Don't forget to like the channel. Subscribe. Follow. Share. You got Facebook. You got Twitch. You got YouTube. Pick your pick. Join them all. Two brothers.
Be a friend, tell a friend. Stole that from Pat McAfee.
Two casual.
Pat, coming for you, bud.
Coming for you, Pat. Where you at? I'll come all the way. I'll come all the way to Indianapolis.
I'll have a beer. What? 2 beers?
What?
All right, guys. We got a
Huge Pop Wrestling. Matt signing out. Collector Dad Scott Rodgers signing out.
Too sweet.
Too sweet. See you tomorrow.